Good morning to student. This is another kind of uh, teaching methodology. Uh, Today I am going to discuss with you about circulation. Blood circulation is very important when compared to other system in our body. So when you talk about circulation, it is related to cardiovascular and cardiorespiratory system. So the cardio when discuss about cardiovascular system, we have to discuss about circulation and inclusion of oxygen in the form of respiration. So this is very important. During exercise, we need to supply of oxygen and elevation of carbon dioxide. Uh, So when we discuss about circulation, there are three predominant circulation in our body. One is systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation, and third important one is coronary circulation. The systemic circulation start with your left side of the heart and receive blood from lungs and pumps to aorta and body tissue and oxygenated blood. These are the flow chart of systemic circulation. It is very simple. The left side of your heart is ventricle. The ventricle is responsible to receive the blood from lungs. Your lungs is in when pulmonary circuit. It include the oxygenated blood, oxygen to your blood, so that we can call it as oxygenated blood. Those blood is received from lungs by your left atria and then left ventricle. From left ventricle, left ventricle, your system is going to supply the whole oxygenated blood to your working muscle, so that it will be easy to carry out all the exercise during exercise. Then second one is pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation flow chart is right side of your the whole right side of your heart is responsible for your pulmonary circulation. It receives blood from whole body in the form of inferior vena cava and superior vena cava and uh, coronary arteries. So when oxygen supply is very poor, automatically your pulmonary circulation is collect all the deoxygenated blood from throughout your body, and finally it will fall on the right atria and the right ventricle. Finally it will pump to uh, lungs. So your lungs is responsible uh, to elevate carbon dioxide from blood and the inclusion of oxygen to your blood. Then second one is, so this is about a diagram of blood flow chart. It is very easy to understand for your information. So the topmost is it shows lungs, and the bottom is shows the tissue. So there are two color in the picture. One side is blue color and another side is it is pale red color. The blue color shows um, pulmonary circulation, and red color shows systemic circulation. So your whole body is divided into two portion. One is called um, I mean systemic circulation portion, and the another one is pulmonary circulation portion. So without this two combination, it is not possible to inclusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide to your body for your working muscle. So the primary systemic circulation will start with your lungs. So your lungs is inclusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide may be elevated in the form of inhalation and exhalation. So without inhalation, exhalation, it is not possible to inclusion of carbon dioxide and oxygen to your body. So once carbon dioxide is elevated from your body, then only it is possible to inclusion of oxygen through your circulation. So your lungs uh, include the oxygen in the form of inhalation. Inhalation is nothing but uh, the atmospheric pressure is inhaled by your system and mm, the inclusion of rich content of oxygen to your capillaries, alveoli, this thing. So first it will enter the oxygenated rich blood is enter into your pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins is carries the oxygenated blood from I mean lungs. Those oxygenated blood it will enter the next level is left atrium of your heart, and the left atrium is waiting to receive some amount of blood, and only it is open it will pass to left ventricle via bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve, when the pressure is raised or the blood is uh, some of the blood is enter into the left atrium, then automatically the bicuspid valve it will open and pass the blood to left ventricle. So by means two there is a two opening. Those two opening it won't allow the blood back to left atrium from left ventricle, so that it is easily understand that it is a one way flow. It won't back to re back to left atrium. So once left ventricle is receive the blood, once the pressure is created within the left ventricle, automatically your heart is responsible to open the aortic valve. Then aortic valve is uh, open, and the left side of your ventricle is compressed and eject the blood through aorta and systemic arteries. So it passes to your tissue bed. Those tissue bed it will receive the oxygen rich content of blood, so that easily pass the rich content of oxygenated blood to the working muscle. The working muscle receive the oxygen, and the automatically metabolic process and muscle movement and muscular contraction may be initiated. It's because of the oxygen availability. The second portion of circulation is systemic circulation. The systemic circulation, sorry, the pulmonary circulation that receive the blood, or the pulmonary circulation it start with collection of deoxygenated blood in the muscle, the nuclear corner of your body. uh, the pulmonary circulation to collect the deoxygenated blood from the tissue, uh, from whole part of body, and it will enter into right atrium via superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus. These are the major endings of pulmonary circulation. When collecting all the blood, it will flow right atrium of your heart through superior and inferior and coronary sinus. Then, after receiving the blood, the right atrium is collected deoxygenated blood and waiting for the pressure. And once the ventricle is contracting, automatically The right atrium supply deoxygenated blood to right ventricle through tricuspid. So here the another side is left side is bicuspid, and the right side is tricuspid. Tricuspid is nothing but three opening. Those three opening, the deoxygenated blood is supplying or ejecting the blood or pushing the blood into right ventricle, and from right ventricle, the right ventricle is responsible to supply or ejecting the blood to pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries via pulmonary valve. So pulmonary valve is responsible. Again, there is a one way blood flow. The pulmonary valve, it won't allow the blood back to uh, left ventricle, right ventricle. So the pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries receive the blood, and finally it will connect to the uh, pulmonary, lungs. So your lungs is responsible to, I mean, alveoli. The alveoli is responsible to collect the deoxygenated blood, and through inhalation, the oxygen is supplied to your work. Oxygen is supplied in the form of inhalation or respiration. So it will cover it will mixing of oxygen to your oxygen to the blood, and elevation of carbon dioxide from the blood, so that the inclusion of oxygen, elevation of carbon dioxide from blood, during respiration. So in the form of respiration, your lungs and the tissue bed is send some information to your brain, so that your brain is send some command to your heart, and your heart is responsible to collect and send purification and inclusion of all nutrient value, and finally it will supply to the working muscle. Then third circulation is coronary circulation. Already we have discussed. Function. It is nothing but it's specifically the oxygenated blood is supplied to the heart alone. So your heart is needed some energy and blood circulation for betterment of the contraction and the ejection, receiving the blood from different parts of body and uh, lungs. So it is nothing but functional blood supply of heart. Uh, the arteries arise from base of aorta and encircle heart in atrioventricular groove. And there is a two artery, left coronary artery and right coronary artery. These two arteries taking care of and the heart uh, 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 function. So left coronary artery runs towards left side of the heart. It divided into anterior intraventricular artery. It supplied blood to the interventricular septum and the atrial walls of both ventricle. So it is very simple. It is the left coronary artery to take care of the take care of intraventricular septum and anterior walls of both ventricle. So it is covered the right and left side, left of your ventricle. So the left and right ventricle is responsible to pumping the blood. The one side is it is going to pump the systemic circulation. Another side is going to pump as pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary thing. The right coronary artery run towards right side of the heart and divide into marginal artery and posterior interventricular artery. The marginal artery serves lateral myocardium of right side, and other serves heart apex, and posterior ventricular wall. So it is very simple. Coronary artery, it collect impure deoxygenated blood and supply of oxygenated blood for your heart alone. So without oxygen, without nutrient, it is not possible to the right function of the heart function. So that it is very easy. So it shows an anterior view of coronary artery of heart. So there are so many arteries which is supply the entire portion of your heart. This is another anterior view of coronary veins. Previous one is artery, this one is veins. Artery carries the oxygenated blood, vein is carries coronary arteries.